wanted to just check in on both the president's legislative priorities right now. For the reconciliation bill, they need to pass a budget resolution.
Yeah.
Seems to be still pretty stark divides between, Bernie Sanders, who's running the budget committee in the Senate, and some of the more moderate senators. So I'm wondering, has the White House decided on a number that they want for that bill? And if not, or if you can't express one right now, how confident are you, since we're continuing to see this divide as we get later into July, that you're going to be able to bridge that gap by Leader Schumer's schedule for this?
Well, first, back in April, when the president said we would move forward on 2 tracks, that we would seek a bipartisan agreement on infrastructure, and that we would work with Democrats on a budget reconciliation process that included key components of the American Families Plan, there was some skepticism about the possibility of that moving forward, and that's a diplomatic definition of how their broad reaction was. That's exactly what is happening now, and in our view, this is how the legislative process works. Our policy making muscles have atrophied over the last few years. This is exactly what it looks like. It's messy at times, and we fully expect that these negotiations will have ups and downs. We're prepared for that. We're going to be closely engaged. The president will be talking with, engaging with, inviting down members to have discussions as needed through this process. But we've already seen speculation that our agenda was dead be disproved over the last several days, and we're going to continue to work in close coordination with members moving forward. Now, I will say that as it relates to the budget reconciliation process, that of course is for members of the Senate to work through what they can all collectively support together to get enough votes. The president will continue to advocate for components of his Build Back Better agenda, the American Families Plan, components he's laid out in his budget, and pieces of his American Jobs Plan that were not included in the bipartisan package. Those will be his priorities as he's having these discussions with Chairman Sanders and others who are leading this process.
Speaking of that bipartisan bill and maybe some of the messiness, there's a meeting tomorrow to sort of hammer out the final details now that the Senate's coming back. Is the White House going to be involved in that meeting at all? And what's your level of confidence at this point that, obviously there were some missteps after the deal was announced that threw it into a bit of peril? How confident are you that this is going to move forward in the next couple of days?
We expect there to be some significant ups and downs, but we are ready for it. We're bracing for it. We're also ready for it. And we're going to remain very closely engaged at every level in these discussions. In terms of the specific meeting, I believe we'll be directly involved in some level, but I can check and see if there's more specificity.
Are there any meetings between the president and lawmakers this week that you can preview specifically on this?
There will be, but I don't have anything I can preview in this moment, but we'll see if there's more we can provide. Go ahead, Caitlin.
In his